Good morning to everyone on YouTube, good morning to everyone on Discord. Just going to give everyone a minute to sit down and we're going to go ahead and get started with our pre-market prep. Good morning to everyone on YouTube, good morning to everyone on Discord. Just going to give, if you're on Discord, I've posted the YouTube link so you can follow it through and follow me during my pre-market prep. It's all streaming live. If you're on YouTube already, welcome. If someone could just give me a shout just to make sure you can all hear me fine. Discord, YouTube, that would be great. Morning, Imran. Could you just give me a heads up whether you can hear me okay? Great, thank you very much. Right, guys. Thank you, Imran. Okay, then let's go ahead and get started. So, February 10th, 2020, second week of February, first day of trading during this week. We have a very busy week this week as well. There's a lot of earnings over the next 4 days, and I do mean a lot of them. Today, however, seems to be a bit different. Not too many earnings out today, not too many stocks moving. I'm sure we can still find plenty to trade, plenty of gappers up, plenty of gappers down. The first thing I do, as you may have known by now, I like to go to Market Watch, see where the overall market sentiment is for the day. We have the European session, which is still in session now. All three markets are currently down, 0.23, 0.27 and 0.37%. And the Asian session, which is closed already, is down, all three markets down again, 0.37, 0.6 and 0.59%. So it's all 6 markets down. If we go over to our US futures themselves, they are however mixed. 2 markets, they're all at break even. 2 up, 1 down, but it's minor changes. It's 0.06 to the downside, and 0.01 and 0.06 to the upside. So it's going to be a flat market open. There's no direction in either way in the pre-market futures themselves. There's an overall downward direction in all the other markets, Asian and European. Let's go to SPY itself. We can see SPY is near all-time highs. It does look good for a pullback actually under this $331 mark. 331.60 is the low of day of yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised if we go past that. It's very extended. It's been at all-time highs for a long time. Wouldn't be surprised if we go through a small pullback today. Nasdaq, same story again. 228.54. is looking good for a move down lower. I am actually going to go ahead and mark those levels on my watchlist charts. On 2 of my watchlist charts, I always have QQQ and SPY on at all times. I always look at them for overall market directions where I'm trading, whether it be to the upside or to the downside. And I'm just going to mark those levels down. So I know that if the market goes below those points, we can have a really nice downtrend. 331.6 on the SPY. It's already actually dipped past that, down to 331.5. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a downward trend today in the markets. That's just a speculation though, trade what we see. Yeah, so flat futures for the day, overall downward sentiment. So let's start with the stocks which are gapping down today. I used Trade Ideas and the TFS Top 20 to get my picks. I'll be going through both those mediums, and if we can't find anything enough, we're going to go to Seeking Alpha, go to the latest news and on the move section, and see whether we can pick up any other stocks. So starting with the biggest gapper down today on my scanner is BHVN. Low average volume straight away, 336,000 shares of volume on average volume. That's not good. We do have 461,000 shares so far, so it looks like there's something going on in that stock today. Down 23.9%, 20 to 25% gap is where stocks stop behaving like they should. They become a bit more dangerous and unpredictable to trade because institutions are not allowed to trade them at those points. Let's see what we can see on this daily. 39 looks like a nice entry point. There's quite a lot of support points. 39, then 38. So 39 and 38 are support points. We'd be looking to get in under 39 and be careful of the 38 area. Daily looking like a strong uptrend with a nice move under those 39, 38 points. Weekly confirms that, yeah, 39 and 38. Let's see what the news is on BHVN. BHVN is a biotechnology company from the USA. It's got no earnings by the look of it. We got no upgrades or downgrades. And let's see the news. Biohaven's investigational anxiety drug fails in trial. Okay, so we have a good reason for the stock to be moving down actually. A failed drug trial. So this might mean that I will actually put it on my watch list, but again, you do have to be careful around this point because this could have a nice bounce up to the upside. People may see it as a discount. Investors especially want to get a cheap price on it. I am going to put it on there. Just be careful of this stock, guys, because it is down quite a lot. Oh, hold on, it's down for... okay, it's jumping up and down in the pre-market. Good morning, NJK Investment. Okay, we're going to see what happens to BHVN. Yeah, I'm going to keep it on there for now, see what happens close to market open. Guys, one thing which I'm going to do, seeing as we don't have too many picks for today, I'm quickly going to run through my watch list from Friday, see if we can find any continuation plays. Just going to quickly run through my watch list from Friday. Uber, no. SKX, we don't have much. Pins, come on. Pins is looking like a nice possible continuation play under $25. Gonna make a note of that, come back to it later after we do the whole pre-market prep of the scanners. Pins, we have NLOK, looks good for another move higher actually, both on the daily and weekly. Gonna make a note of that as well. Just running through my watch list from Friday. ABBV, can't see anything there. LYFT looks good for a good continuation play as well, over about $51. Just gonna make a quick mark of that. GOOS down 3% today on no volume. Good continuation to... It's not a continuation, it's just another play in itself. It looks really good under $30. Definitely gonna come back to this. No volume at this point in time. Continuation plays can be really good for us. TTWO, nothing there. MRVL, nothing there. Could move lower, but no volume or no, yeah, it's not down enough. Nothing in WIN. CGC, not much again. It looks good to downside, but no reason to put it on our watch list at this point in time. SYNA and ICE. Okay, so I've got 4 stocks of my watch list from Friday, which I'm going to come back to later. Going to clear my watch list and start from scratch. So BHVN, going on one of my watch list charts. Moving up my scanners now. Next stock is TAK. This looks like a really dodgy, probably dual traded stock, judging by the daily. It's a pharmaceutical company. So gonna move straight past this stock. We don't trade dual traded stocks. SPR is a recent IPO, as you can see from the daily. Don't want to trade those either. LLY. LLY, really strong uptrend. This is a manufacturing, pharmaceutical and medical company. Looks really strong for a move down under this $140 mark on the daily. Weekly looks like a nice possible move under 140 as well. It is a very, very strong daily, down 3.9% on 125,000 shares of volume. Average volume is 3.4 million. It doesn't have any earnings by the looks of it. Let's see what's going on in this stock. Earnings was January 30th. No upgrades or downgrades. Lilly stock follows on failed Alzheimer's study. Okay, so we got another drug fail. We had same as BHVN, shares slide after Alzheimer's treatment fails clinical trial. Same as BHVN, they both failed clinical trial by the looks of it. This does look much better than BHVN. BHVN is down too much, it's not down that much at this point in time. We're going to have to come back to this stock, watch and make sure, see how much it's down before the market actually opens. LLY looks good under 140. I'm going to make a note saying this is a very strong stock on the daily. Again, same story as with BHVN. You might have investors coming in, seeing this as a discount price to buy it. We could still trade it, depending on what it gives us intraday. LLY, let's move up the list quickly. WWE. Next stock on my scanner. This stock was in earnings a few days ago. A gap down and then it closed the gap and carried on. It looks good for a move lower under $40. I believe this had poor earnings. Down 3.3%, not enough volume. It would need to see the break of $40. That would be a beautiful entry point on the daily. Beautiful entry point on the weekly as well, $40. Let's see what's going on, whether there's any news to support this move lower. WWE. No earnings, it's got a downgrade, beautiful. It's been downgraded from $80 down to $36. That is a huge downgrade, $80 to $36. That's by Wells Fargo as well. That's a very respectable bank. That is likely to affect this stock to the downside. I'm going to make a note say on my watch list saying $40 is a really strong support, but we can trade this earlier because of that daily and weekly. LLY, WWE going on my watch list. EQNR, this looks like a dual traded stock, staying far away. Goose, looks like this might be on earnings today. Let's see, down 3%, no volume. Oh, we looked at Goose, it was on my Friday chart, okay. $30 does look like a nice entry, it's got no volume at this point in time. Daily looks nice for a move under 30. Weekly looks nice for a move under 30. Look at a beautiful downtrend in those weekly EMAs and same as the daily EMAs. Let's see Goose. Earnings February 7th before market opens. So it did have earnings on Friday. It's got an upgrade today. It's got no news. So that's a weird looking stock. Earnings on Friday. Upgrade today and it's moving down and $30 looks like I like it. I've already made a note of it on my pad in front of me. I'm not going to put it on the watch list because of that volume. I cannot trade a stock that's got 30,000 shares of volume. It does have good average volume of 2.7 million, but we're going to come back to this before the market opens. Let's start with the biggest gap is down. That's my gap is down used up now from my trade ideas. TCO is a finance and insurance sector company. Average volume 1 million. This looks to be on earnings. That is a big jump, 52% jump on 3.5 million shares of volume. Obviously it's over $50, which is a strong resistance in any stock. 50 to 50 is looking like a nice resistance that it could give us a push over. 54 is the next one, and 50 to 50, $53 is the entry point on the daily, but this is up over 52%. Be very careful if you do want to trade this. I'm not sure I will be putting this on my watch list. It's got earnings in a couple of days, no upgrades or downgrades. Simon Property Group to acquire Tobin. Okay, this is a buyout. This is being bought out by another company. You don't want to trade buyouts. They don't behave like normal stocks. They usually go up and have a flat move sideways all day. There we go. What you're seeing here on the pre-market on the 5-minute, this is what you could well have all day with slight variations to the up and down side. That's why you don't want to trade buyouts. Moving down my watch list quickly, swiftly, EPC. Another huge gap up stock. What is going on today? Average volume 659,000 shares, gap up of 22% on 21.5%. 37.50 looking like a beautiful entry point. Overall, very strong downtrend on the daily, very strong downtrend on the weekly. Again, with that percentage up, 20 to 25% is where you want to be very careful if you do decide to trade it. That's the point where stocks stop behaving like they should, because they got no institutionals trading them. EPC, it's on earnings. Yep, today before the market opens, it's got an upgrade, which is excellent. Edgewell Personal Care is a personal products company from the US to pursue standalone value creation strategy. Let's see, earnings preview, nothing much which I'm seeing on the news. It is on earnings. Let's see if we can find any earnings on MarketWatch. EPC, no, nothing here, nothing here. Merger deal, okay, so let's go merger deal as well. Again, up to March, no volume, merger deal. Looks good for over 37.50, but I got no reason to put this on my watch list at this point in time. I'm going to move past this stock as well. ADVM up 20% again. What's going on today? Daily looking strong over 12.25. 12.50. Weekly looking strong over 12.50. Really strong actually. 12.50 on the daily, yeah, looks good for a move higher. So 12.50, strong uptrend in the EMAs on daily and on the weekly. ADVM. So I just had to sneeze. ADVM. It's not on earnings. Average volume 1 million. Volume today over almost 300,000 shares. No news. So I had to sneeze again. We got another upgrade again. Didn't mean to click on that. We got another upgrade. No news. Good volume. Low average volume. It's up too much. ADVM. I'm not gonna put this on my watch list for now either. It's up too much. I don't like trading them at that point because they don't move like they should. They are very hard to predict and they are more likely to take your money than give you money. MAC up 12.5%. That's much better. Average volume of 2.5 million. Volume so far 351,000 shares, so we're looking good in all those areas there. 25.50 looking like a nice entry point. It's a very strong downtrend on the daily, very strong downtrend on the weekly. 25.50 looks like a nice entry point on both. We got a strong resistance of the 15 EMA on the weekly. Let's see what this stock gives us in terms of news. Earnings was last week. It's a retail company. No upgrades or downgrades. No news. No reason for this stock to be moving that much at this point in time. It is a nice breakout point over that 25.50, both on the daily and weekly. 26 is looking like a nice entry point on the daily. Okay, yeah, I'm going to give this stock a chance. I'm going to see what happens. It's a good volume, good gap up, good daily for a breakout. I'm going to give it a chance. Average volume is good. I'm going to put on my watch list over $26. I'm going to watch it. This could give us a nice potential trade, and that's what you look for in the pre-market. Stocks that could give you the move which you want. Okay. Next stock on my watch list, MYOV. I'm seeing a lot of very weird moving stocks today. Could be a very weird day today, guys, be careful. Looking good over $14. MYOV, never heard of this. Pharmaceutical and medicine company as well. There seems to be a lot of companies in one sector as well, medical sector, so be very careful. $14 looks like a strong breakout point. $14.50 looks like a next resistance. $14.50 will be the entry point for our trade. Up 9.9% on 200,000 shares of volume. Good volume is good at 2.6 million. MYOV, no earnings. Earnings was last week. No upgrades or downgrades. Science provides recent corporate updates and reports financial results. Announces 88% 1-year response rate in positive phase 3 Liberty extension study of once daily combination therapy. Okay, so it's got something to do with a positive drug trial study. Phase 3, which is good. It's not got enough volume at this point in time. you should see the volume increase before you go ahead and trade this stock, but it could give us a possible move over 1450. I'm going to put on my watch list. Make sure again you see that volume increase. MYOV over 1450. Be careful today, guys. It looks like a very dodgy day. Finally, a decent company, LB. Let's see what the daily looks like. LB looks good, over $25. Looks really good. Finally, we have a decent stock we can put on our watches. $25, beautiful entry point. Overall downtrend with a recent reversals on the EMAs on the daily. $25 looking really strong entry point on the weekly as well, over the 15 and the 50 EMA. LB known company, so likely to be bought up when it's gapping up. 26th of February is the earnings on LB. It's a clothing store from the USA. What 2L brands will still face challenges if it sold Victoria's Secrets? Okay, so we got some mixed news on the stock. It is gapping up nicely on nice volume. Definitely going on my watch list over $25. Make sure you do see that volume increase, even though it's good so far. And watch what happens to this stock. This is a first good stock which I'm seeing today. MYOV fallen from pre-market highs. Yeah, that just looks like a spike up, Imran, you're right, yeah. And that could have been a fat finger, could have been a lot of things. It's just one spike on one candle, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. If it was a few candles, then yeah, but that's just one spike by the looks of it. Okay, AVYA looks a dodgy daily, not too bad. It's small mover as well. Small intraday range, don't want to be trading that, gonna move past this stock straight away. mRNA, next stock on my watch list. mRNA up 4.3%, excellent, good volume, 323,000 shares of volume. 24 looks like a nice strong entry on the daily and on the weekly. Yeah, look at those beautiful EMAs, both on the daily and on the weekly. mRNA looks to have a strong move on Friday as well. February 19th is the earnings. Gonna add this to my earnings journal. mRNA. No upgrades or downgrades, no recent news, but it's got a good gap up and good volume, good daily for a breakout. Gonna put this on my watch list definitely. Over $24. mRNA. Give me a sec. There we go. mRNA on my watch list over $24. NVTA, next stock on my scanner. Good average volume, 2.27 million. Good daily, looking over $24 as well, funnily enough. Let's quickly check out the news on, oh we did, yeah, no news. mRNA, daily EMAs looking good for a breakout, so does the weekly. $24 looks like a strong resistance point. NVTA, that could give us a nice move over that point. Medical laboratories and research, that hasn't gone down very well. February 19th, after market closes, is the earnings. NVTA, noting that down in my earnings journal. No upgrades or downgrades for today. No recent news. It's up on low volume so far. Average volume is good, 2.27 million. I'm gonna pop it on there on my watch list. I do need to see a volume increase before I go anywhere near this stock. NVTA going on my watch list. I like the daily, I like the gap up. That could be a nice move over $24. It doesn't seem to have too much resistance once it does go over $24, so that could be a nice potential move higher. 24 going on my watch list chart. Okay, moving down my list. HPQ, next stock on my watch list. HPQ, HP, computer company. Not a very big mover usually. It is a very small mover usually, actually small intraday range of 10-15 cents. Today the range is okay, 50 cents so far, up 3.8% on 350,000 shares of volume, so there looks like there's something going on in that stock. It's not earning. Average volume is good of 10.8 million. 2250 looks like a nice support resistance point. That could be a nice entry point for us. EMAs in a current uptrend. 2250 is a nice entry point indeed based on the daily. If we look at the weekly, that beautiful, look how beautiful support resistance of 2250. That is a really nice entry point. EMAs look like they want to go higher as well. HPQ, let's quickly check this out. HPQ, February 26th is earnings for HPQ. Again, noting this down in my earnings journal. No upgrades or downgrades. Xerox raises HP Inc. bid to $24 a share. Okay, so we got Xerox trying to buy out HP by the looks of it. Yes, Xerox raises bid for HP to $24 a share. Let's see, it's not moving sideways. It's just a bid. It's not a merger. It's not a buyout, so that is fine to trade. It's just a bid. They're trying to get HP to agree to sell its company to Xerox. Okay, let's put HPQ on my watch list over 2250. Let's see what happens to this stock when the market opens. Going down my watch list, that's it by the looks of it. All I can see now is just ETFs, ONEM. That's the recently IPO stocks. Okay, I'm going to go over to my TFS top 20 now. MYO, penny stocks, stay far away from that. BHVN we've got. It's still looking good at this point in time. The current entry point will be about $44. It used to be down here when we looked at it at $39. It's at $44 now. That looks to be a much better entry point actually, because it's down only 13.5%. Excellent volume, 500,000. $44 looks like a nice entry point on the daily. It is a strong daily, strong looking daily to the upside. 44 is a nice entry point to the weekly. Yeah, definitely going on my watch list now. We're gonna see again what this stock does closer to the market open. $44 looks like a good entry point on BHVN now indeed. Much better than where it was before. Okay, moving down my top 20 from TFS. CSPR we've looked at, recent IPO, LLY we got. Be careful about the stock, but it looks good under 140. WWE I got under $40, looks good. PINS looks good for a continuation from Friday. 25 looks like a nice entry point. It is recently IPO'd. Not that recently IPO'd in April, so it's fine to trade. Even if you're a newer trader, you might still want to stay away from it by all means. 25 looks like a nice strong entry on the weekly as well to the downside. Let's see if there is any news to support this move down lower. It's moved down 2.6% on 400,000 shares of volume. No upgrades or downgrades, no earnings. Pinterest generated over 1 billion in revenue last year, so we don't have much news. This could be moving down the market, could be just a continuation play, or it could be a move by itself. I am going to keep this on my watch list because it does look good. I do need to see the gap up increase to over 3% before I can take it myself. 25 is a strong breakdown point. Next support is all the way down at 24. I'm going to keep this on my watch list and see what happens. PINS. I do need to see that gap down increase before I can trade it. Volume so far is excellent. TAK we've looked at, dual traded. EPC we've looked at, up too much. MAC we got on our watch list. MYOV we've got on our watch list as well. LB we've got on our watch list. NVTA we've got on our watch list. HPQ we've got on our watch list as well. FDX up 1.5%. It's FedEx. Looks good, but well, no volume so far. Looks good for a move high on the day, but not up enough and no volume. BHVN, Uber, can't see anything in this stock at this point in time whatsoever. Baba, can't see much in this stock right now either. Nope. MYGN, not down enough. It looks like it wants to go higher than anything. Could possibly move down on $20, but it's down only 1.9% on 20,000 shares of volume. Can't do nothing with that. Apple, in order to trade Apple, you've got to see really something special. Otherwise, it's just likely to move with the Nasdaq. Looks good under $312, but I think it'll be influenced too much by the Nasdaq. It's a very strong looking stock. LK, nothing at this point in time, down 1.6% on 87,000 shares of volume. Yesterday was a dodgy day, up and down. Looks like it wants to move both higher and lower. It could go in either direction. 33.80 looks like a nice entry point to the downside. 36 looks like a nice entry point to the upside. It's down only 1.6, not enough. No reason to put this on my watch list now. AMD, sorry, looks like it wants to go up higher than lower. MU, nothing there either. QCOM, nothing there either. I can't put any of these stocks on my watch list at this point in time. QCOM looks good for a move lower, but not when it's down only 0.87% on 27,000 shares of volume. 85 looks like a really strong entry point, but again, I can't put this on my watch list at this point in time. ADVM, we didn't like. Tesla, I'm staying far away from it. No one knows what it's going to do at this point in time. It's a crazy move there. It's been going up and down and up and down. Looks like good for another pop high of $800 now. I'm not going to be trading this myself. Let's see what else we got. mRNA we've looked at, we've got on our watch list, but it seems to have gone down. mRNA, was it marked as entry point? $24 entry point on my watch list. Okay, yeah, 24 looks good. Make sure you see that gap up increase and it goes over $22 before you do enter this stock. $24, sorry, is the valid entry point. Don't enter this stock before that. SDC up only 1.1%, looks excellent for a pop higher on the daily. Well, it's up only 1.1% with 58,000 shares of volume. 15 looks like a beautiful entry point. $15, both the daily and the weekly. It does look really tempting indeed, but I've got to stick to my rules. I can't put it on my watch list because it's up only 1.1 on 50,000 shares of volume. Stocks that are up or down less than 3% are likely to close the gap. So there's nothing for me to do in that situation. Billy, not up enough. BYND again looks good for a move higher, but it's not up enough. I can't put it on my watch list. YFT and PDD I've looked at. Okay. Let me just save my watch list, go to some of my other scanners. Let's see if we can find anything else to trade. I've not got too much on my watch list today, one of those days. LB, we've got EPC, QSR. Not much there at all actually. Up on 54,000 shares of volume. Why is the gap up not showing? It's going all over the place. My charts are glitching by the looks of it on this chart. Average volume. My platform has frozen. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. My charts just glitched for a sec there. Up 3.4%. 64 looks like a nice entry. Good volume so far of 60,000 shares. This is on earnings. It's restaurant brands, QSR. I'm liking this stock. Overall downtrend in the daily. Overall weekly looks good for an uptrend. It's a strong looking stock. 66. Yes, 66. Wow, definitely looks like a nice entry point. Okay, $66 entry point on QSR to the upside. Daily and weekly, they both look good for a move up higher. QSR going on my watch list. QSR over $66. Make sure you do see that volume increase, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Judging by the gap up daily, let's see what the news is on it. We know it's on earnings. Let's see what the earnings are. QSR. Restaurant Brands International, Restaurants Canada, earnings today before the market opens, no upgrades or downgrades. Let's see. Popeye's chicken sandwich leads to earnings beat for Restaurant Brands, so we got a good earnings. Let's see, Restaurant Brands beat earnings expectations as Popeye sales saw 42%, so we got really good earnings by the looks of it. We got a good daily, good weekly for a move higher, good gap up, good volume so far, definitely going on my watch list. That's QSR added to my watch list. Let's carry on down this scanner. WWE we've got. LLY we've got. FDX we didn't like. Apple. YUMC. Again, KFC. My charts are, my level 2 is glitching. Let's give them a sec to load up. Good intraday range. Daily looking good for a move higher on the 40 to 50. That is a really good looking daily actually. Look at that. 40 to 50. Really strong support resistance on the daily. Really strong support resistance on the weekly as well. Good morning, Sujay. Welcome. Thank you for being here with us. Yeah, 40 to 50. Definitely looking excellent. It's down only 1.2%, guys. Cannot take the stock at this point in time. 40 to 50 looks good for an entry, but it's not down enough. Next entry point would be about $42. That's not going to be down enough either. Stick to your rules, remember. Let's see on the weekly. 42 looks like a really nice breakdown point. 41.80 is the next support. 41.80 is going to be probably around the 3% mark. We need to see it get there first. I'm going to make a note of it. I'm not going to put it on my watch list at this point in time. Let's see. Going down the list. Okay, TCO is a buyout. AGN up only 0.2% on 27,000 shares of volume. Definitely not going on my watch list. NVDA, nothing there either. Okay, Mattel, MAT, sorry, is shutting 2 factories in Asia and will close another in Canada as it seeks to cut costs. My charts are really glitching today, guys. Let's see, can it load up? Down, looks good on the $14. I don't think this will be too much of a gap. No, can't trade this stock at this point in time. Looks good on the 14, but it's got no volume. Still not giving me the gap up, gap down, sorry, percentage. I can see this is not going to be a big gap now. AMAT down 0.5%, 23,000 shares of volume. Guys, I think this completes my watch list. I am not seeing anything else at this point in time. Microsoft, LK could give us something, but the volume, the gap down needs to increase. I'm gonna watch YUMC in the background and LK, but I can't put it on my watch list at this point in time because it's not down enough, not enough volume. Okay, this is it. Roku, no, can't see anything there. AMA we've looked at. Microsoft, Roku. Okay, guys, I think this completes my watch list. Sujay, when? Just now? I was looking at AMAT, I believe, was it? No. Can't remember what the stock was now. I think it's YUMC. Yeah, I do like it for a move lower, but it's not down enough. It's only down 1.2% on 9,000 shares of volume. So I can't put this on my watch list right now. I also like LK, I said, and I like YUMC, but I can't put them on my watch list now either because they're not down enough. Guys, let me take print screens of my watch list and post them in the Discord channel. Guys on YouTube, you've been able to see my watches on the left side of my screen all this time. If you didn't know it's there, just have a look on the YouTube stream. It's in the left hand side of my stream. My gap is up and my gap is down respectively. Shoot, everything's just minimized. Sorry guys, just give me a sec. Not Things are going all over the place today. Okay, there we go. Okay. So let me just post my watch list on Discord. Let me just write it down. Date 10th of the 2nd 2020. Okay, I've posted my watch list on Discord now. We still have 10 minutes till the market's open, so I'm still gonna carry on looking for stocks, but I cannot see anything at this point in time that I can add. Let's see, Sujay has posted his watch list. His watch list is very similar to mine. Yeah, can't see anything else there which we haven't looked at. LRCX. I haven't looked at. Yeah, not much I can see for my strategy. Okay, guys, if you have any picks which you want to share with us, that would be great. This is my watch list for now. Like I said, I'm still gonna carry on looking for stocks because we've got 10 minutes, but I can't see too much going on at this point in time. I am just very quickly gonna pop out for 1 minute. I'll be straight back with you guys. Sujay, yeah, I see your comment. Yeah, that's a good point actually. It just looks like too strong a stock, not down enough for me personally. By all means, if you like continuation plays, that looks good for a continuation play, definitely. Guys, what's one stock which I was going to come back to was NLOK. Again, same as Sujay for a continuation play from Friday. This looks definitely good for a continuation play to me. Up only 1.9% on 25,000 shares of volume though. So I'm still not going to put on my official watch list. I'm going to watch it in the background, but I can't put it on there with those specifications. Wow, Lyft looks much better. 1.5% gap up, but 105,000 shares of volume. And the daily looks excellent for a nice breakout over $51. Weekly looks quite good as well. Definitely on daily, look at those EMAs. I am gonna pop Lyft on my watch list. I'm not gonna pop it on the official one because again it's not up enough. I'm gonna watch the stock in the background, and only if the gap up increases on strong volume, pop over $51, I am gonna call it out in the room. Otherwise I won't be trading it. I am gonna watch it in the background on one of my watch list charts. That does look good for a continuation play, and Uber is up as well, I think. Uber is down a bit. Yeah, Uber looks good for a continuation play as well. But Lyft looks much stronger based on the daily. Good morning, solo trader. Thank you for posting your watch list. Yeah, same stocks I can see. LK, I do like LK, I have to say, I just don't know which way it's going to go. I've looked at it a few times, I still don't know which way it wants to go. I'm going to watch this in the background, but I'm not going to put it on my watch list again. I do like this stock, I have to see what it does. I'm still not seeing much else coming in, guys. Goose we've looked at a couple times already, down 2.6 on 21,000 shares of volume. I do like this stock under $30. This looks excellent under $30, but well, it needs to get there in the first place, and that volume most definitely needs to pop. It does look excellent under $31. It's got a strong support there from a long time back. If it breaks that, that could be a really nice move down low. If you look at weekly, combine that with the great downtrend on the daily and weekly and the moving down markets, that could be a really nice potential trade. Other than that, again, nothing new coming in. Pins looks good for a continuation trade as well. Volume is good. Gap down is excellent now. So this is definitely a valid trade now. We've got a few good picks today. Just make sure, take it easy today, guys. I'd say it's looking like one of those slightly dodgy days. There's a lot of stocks gapping from the medical sector. We've got a few good picks today. If you have a lot of stocks gapping down from the same sector, that could mean they could all move the same, and they could all give you the same sort of shakeouts. You don't want to be in too many stocks of the same sector, same industry, because they do tend to move the same unless they got separate news. I'm still loving LB. LB is one of my main picks. MAC still looking good. MAC, LK, LLY, yeah guys, I think I've got a pretty good watch list. LLY, I'm going to be very careful about. If it does move under $140, it's looking like a really strong stock. Definitely got some good picks, but I am going to trade more carefully today, because I don't like what I am seeing pre-market. I suggest you do so as well. Don't be too aggressive today. Okay, so Theo, Steven, Theo looks like he's in the room. Hopefully they're going to come in a second. I'm going to take 3 minutes to myself, to have a little breather. Let me just switch over to my main trading setup. Let me adjust that for the stream. Okay guys, hopefully you can see my charts on YouTube. Okay, let's just take 3 minutes, relax before the market opens, take it easy, and only trade your strategy, and no reason why this should be a terrible day. So long as you follow your strategy, that's the main thing. Theo, you with us, buddy? Theo's not in the main general chat yet, don't know if he's trading today. Ronak, are you with us today? YouTube? Discord? I know you've been interested in the pre-market. Have you managed to come in and do the pre-market with us today, Ronak? Guys, 2 minutes till the market open. Looks like I might be trading by myself today. Can't see Theo in yet. If anyone's got any trades they're taking, if you want to post it, please go ahead while you take it. Hopefully we're going to have a nice, great session. By the way, guys, if anyone's got any questions about what I do during the trading session or the pre-market prep, please feel free to message me on Discord. My name on Discord is Daniel52. Feel free to message me on YouTube. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions which anyone's got. Okay, the market's open. Looks like Theo isn't here, Steven isn't here, so it's just me trading by myself. Remember, take it easy, only trade your setups. Let's have a great day, everyone. Good luck to you all. Can't see any valid stocks to be looking at yet. I'm looking at my watch list now, guys. As soon as I see something which I see as a valid trade, I'll pull it up on one of the charts you can see on YouTube. I'm looking for stocks which are gapping up to give me a pullback to the downside. And I'm looking for stocks which are gapping down to give me a pullback to the upside. HPQ looks like the only valid candidate at this point in time. Nice volume, nice gap up. I do need to see a pullback before I can enter now. I like the volume and the spreads on MAC. It's giving me a nice pullback. So is LB. Let's see if we can find any valid entry points. I usually try not to trade stocks on the first 3 to 4 candles. My strategy loses its advantage at that point in time. So let the stocks develop and see what they give us. I'm liking MAC, what it's doing, but it's a very big stop loss for a $25 stock. Let's let it all develop. BHVN. It's still at the $44, $45 mark. High is 46. Low is 45.50. Let's see what it does. Let's watch this stock definitely. NVTA. BHVN definitely cancelled for now. Still gonna watch this stock. HPQ, it's a very small mover. Remember, we checked it out in the pre-market. It's setting up for a nice breakout, but I don't think I want to get stuck in this tight 10-cent range. I'm not gonna look to enter at this point in time. That range is very small and very tight. Too low a volume, too big a spreads on QSR. MAC pulled down. My charts are lagging a bit as well. We're on the 4th candle. There we go. Pins. I've seen pins. I can't see anything at this point in time. Thank you very much, RQ. LLY. Spreads are okay. Volume is okay. Let's see. HPQI definitely, it looks good, guys, but I don't want to get stuck in those tight ranges. I am liking what Lyft is doing. 50.40 would have to be the stop. 50.75 is the entry, so 35-cent stop. Good volume, good spreads. It's up only 1.5%, guys. I am not going to trade it with it being up only 1.5%. Watch WWE. It's a gappy down stock which is having a nice strong pullback. Now pins is looking much more interesting as well. Definitely HPQ I'm going to take off. It looks like we have a few things going on now, guys. BHVN could give us a possible entry, but we need to find it. We doesn't have it now. $46 looks like a nice entry. We don't have a valid stop loss yet. I'm definitely liking what pins and WWE are doing. They are down only about 2% now, so be careful. Pins looks better than WWE at this point in time. Pins can't go too much over the $25 mark. That's where it's got the resistance. If it goes over $25, that's going to become very dangerous. LLY, yeah, spreads are okay. $142. I can't take it on this candle. 141.70 looks okay if this candle holds there. I cannot take this stock on this candle. I'm going to definitely watch it, see what it does. HPQ decided to break down under the low of day. Good thing we didn't get in this stock. LLY does look good, guys. 141.70 entry, so a 55-cent stop. That's a 55 cents, so that's 136 shares for me. I'll be in the stock under 141.70, guys. It does look good to the downside. 141.70 entry point, 142.25 stop loss, so a 55-cent stop. Watch it, it's getting close to 141.70. WWE also looks good under 41.50, and pins is looking interesting under 24.40. LLY is very strong on the daily. That's my only concern. 140 was a big support. Let's see what this stock does. Markets are gapping up as well. Watch it. Watch LLY. Okay, I am in LLY, guys. 142.25 is my stop. 55-cent stop. So 55-cent target. 70 take away 55 is 15. 141.15 is my target, so below the low of day, guys. Be careful with this stock. This is a very strong stock on the daily and weekly. 144.15 target. Pins is looking quite strong right now. It's down only 2.5%. I still like it to the downside. I'm gonna watch what it does. I can't see much else at this point in time. Okay, guys, watch LLY. It's at target, okay. Oh, I got an absolutely terrible fill, guys. I got filled 20 cents above my target. Even though the prince jumped as I clicked the button. That's fine. We got our 1-to-1. It reached our target. I clicked the button when it was at my target and it jumped 20 cents. Terrible fill, but it's just part of the game, part of being a day trader. Let's move on to something else. BHVN. Oh, and look at it now, guys. I hope you took your partial. You should be out of this trade. 142.25. It reached the stop. You should be out of this trade, guys. Either way now. This is a very dangerous stock at this point in time. I'm glad I did take that partial. I had terrible fill. It did reach target anyway. Your target was 141.15. It's gone to 141.12. Guys, watch. Oh, pins just missed it. 24.50 is a nice entry on pins. 24.70. 20 cent stop. You can still take this on a pullback. Okay, guys, 20 cent stop. Let me load up my share size. I am in pins. 24.70 high of day is the stop. And my entry point was 24.50. Okay, it's looking like it might stop me out straight away. Let's hope not. LLY, hopefully you guys are out. Pins, 24.70, don't do that, buddy. Okay, guys, I'm holding, I'm holding. I'm out of pins, guys. That was a nasty trade. That was a really nasty trade. It's got me. I entered on my entry point and stopped me straight out. That was not a nice trade. I thought it might have been a shakeout, that's why I was holding, but I was holding there for too long. I did get out. Nice entry point, just not done what it was supposed to do. It is looking very strong now. I'm going to stay away from this stock at this point in time. LB, I'm watching it. LB has closed the gap, so I can't do anything. A stock, the point at which a stock closes its gap, it loses its advantage. mRNA is the same story. I don't trade stocks. Unless you're thinking of a reciprocal range play, in which case it looks really good, but I don't take those trades. That is Steven's kind of trade. Shame he's not with us today. I will not be taking that myself. MAC looks good for a reversal actually. 25.52 looks like a nice entry. 25.25 would have to be the stop loss. Yeah, I don't know. Theo is online, but he's not in a general chat. Maybe he's decided to trade by himself. Maybe he's decided the room was too much of a distraction, which is fair enough. We'll see if he comes in later. 25.52 would be a nice entry point on MAC. I'm going to have to see what it does now. If it goes under the low of day now, I will not be taking this trade. So this is a 27-cent stop. If this stock goes under the low of day, which is 25.25, I'm going to give it. I will not be taking this stock. QSR is not up enough for me to be taking it. Lift has a nice. Now we can trade Lift, guys, with that gap up. Okay, Lift is looking strong over 50 to 50. Markets are going up, but I will definitely need to see a nice formation. I can't just enter at this point in time. Let's go large spreads, 15 cents. On a stock of this price, it's actually okay. Okay, markets are going up. That might be why everything is going up. WWE looking good under 41.50, guys, with a 50. Oh, it's down only 1.8%. I cannot trade a stock like that. Lift, you haven't missed anything yet. The first trade wasn't valid because it was up only 1.6% at 50.70. You could take it over the highs. That's a nice entry point. 51.70. So it's an 80-cent stop. MAC cancel at this point in time. It's gone under the low of day. I'm loving how WWE looks. It's down. That will be a risky trade, guys. I really love that formation. It's down 2.2, probably about 2.5% at the 41.50 level. I usually don't take anything with 3%, but I'm loving that formation. Pins is looking really strong. I don't want to be anywhere near that now. LLY has moved up. Okay, and now it looks like it might want to come down again. It's having spreads are okay. 142.50 would be a nice entry point, but I can't see too much at this point in time. I'm liking what WWE is creating under this 41.50. It does need to tidy up the formation a bit now. Oh, those spreads are 18-cent spreads. Okay, now let's see if the spreads close. I can't take it. Wow, guys, Lift looks much better now. My charts are lagging a bit again. Come on. I'm one candle behind on my charts by the looks of it. 42.50 is a nice entry with an 80-cent stop. Let's see what LK is doing. LK not much. Spreads are okay. I'm liking 50 to 50, so 53.30 would have to be my target. Let's see if this breaks this support. If it doesn't, it's a valid trade. If it does, I cannot be taking this trade. 51.70. Definitely looking like a nice stop loss. Entry over 50 to 50 on LYFT, guys. Okay, broke the stop loss. Planned stop loss. There's a view up there. I'm going to watch this stock. I don't have a valid entry at this point in time. WWE cancel. It's not down enough. Let's see. QSR up only 2%. Low volume. Spreads are okay. It's on earnings. No real entry formation. It's not up enough. Up only 2%. 1.9 even. NVTA. Again, doesn't look very good. I still like Lyft. No, it hasn't broken. Hold on, what's it doing? I don't know what my charts are doing. It looks like it hasn't broken the support, so this is a valid trade. 80-cent stop. Yeah, it has broken my stop. Okay, my planned stop loss. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna watch it. I don't have a valid entry point at this point in time. I am watching it. BHVN. Shoot, that was nice. Volume is okay. Spreads are a bit on the high side. 47 looks like a nice entry point still, guys. That would be a very big stop loss. I'm gonna wait to see if it gives me a pullback. I can't enter at this point in time. LLY looking good for another move lower on the 14240. That would be a very big stop loss as well. It's down 2.5%. No guys, it's not down enough. I've got to stick to my strategy. Minimum of 3% gap is my strategy. BHVN breaking down without us. ADVM, nothing we can do there. It's up 27% anyway. Volume should have been higher with a gap of that amount. Pins. I'm liking pins again. It's down only 1.7%. Guys, my charts are doing weird things today. My buttons are not reactive. Don't know if it's trouble with TFS or I don't think it's my PC. Let's see. Can't see too much else at this point in time. I do like pins, but it's not down enough. 2460. 2450 would be the entry point. 62. Can't do anything at this point in time. I'm still liking Lyft. What's the volume looking like? Volume is looking like it's drying down a bit. Pins, volume is dried up completely by the looks of it. I had QSR looking much better now, up 2.4%. Okay, let's see what it does at the 6550 level. That's going to be around the 3% mark. I can't enter anything at this point in time. I do like what it's doing. Let's see what it does in the end. No entry formation at this point in time, so I'm staying away, but I am definitely watching it. GOOS down 3.8%. Excellent, good spreads, good volume. We loved it under $30 on the daily. 30, this looks like a nice breakdown point. Under 30.40, which is the low of day, 30.70 stop loss. So that's a 30-cent stop. This looks like a valid trade, guys. I'm still watching QSR in my bottom right chart. I like what it's doing. I need to see a pullback of the 65.50. It's up 2.8%. Let's see what it does. No entry point at this point in time. It's definitely looking good for some sort of a move. Pins I am going to take off now. Actually 24.50. Let's see what it does at that level. 24.50. That was my entry point earlier on. I'm going to see how this stock behaves. Goose, if it goes over, I'm going to see what it does. Guys, no entry points at this point in time. I'm flat. I've got no trades at this point in time. I had one winning, one losing trade. The winning trade was sadly with terrible fills. I'm looking for another trade at this point in time. Goose shooting up higher. It's still a valid trade at this point in time. It could give us a nice reversal. This looks even better than the original entry point. Let's see what sort of a reversal it gives us. Pins, now I've got to take off. That is going to be a dangerous trade. QSR, I like what it's doing. Gonna watch it. LB. LB looks much better now. It's up only 1.7%. It looks like much better formation, but I still cannot trade it. MAC doing nothing but going down. Left, still no entry. I'm in 2 minutes. Left still no entry formation at this point in time. 52.20 looks interesting. 50 to 20, I like what it's doing. 50 to 70 to be precise. Let's see what the volume is like. Volume is a bit on the lower side, but it is on the downward move, so that's good. It's got good volume on the upward moves from before. This stock has more upward potential than downward potential. 51 was a nice entry point on the daily. 65 is the stop loss, so it's a 55-cent stop loss again. I do like this stock. This looks like a nice formation over 52.17, stop at 51.65. I'm gonna see it does need to go over 50 to 17 with volume, but that is a really nice reversal formation. I will be taking this trade over 50 to 17. That's lift over 50 to 17 entry point with volume and stop at 51.65. Goose has gone up and gone straight back down without a valid formation. Volume is a bit on the lower side, but it's still looking good. I can't see any entry point at this point in time. I can't see any entry point in QSR either. BHVN. That was a strong stock on the daily. Let's see what other stocks have done. BYND. Can't see absolutely nothing there. NLOK. Nice breakout reversal formation, but it's up only 1.4%. That is a really nice place. A 10-cent range now. MYOV closed the gap, even though it's up 4.6% with good volume. I can't do anything there because it's closed the gap. I've lost my advantage. I still like Goose under this 30-50 point now. That is basically a 50-cent stop at this point in time. The stop would have to be $31, and that is a slightly more risky trade. Guys, BHVN 46.90 was a good entry. Too late now. Shoot. That was a good entry, guys. That I've messed up. 46.90, 47.40. That's a 50-cent stop. We can maybe still get in. 47.40. Markets are looking like they might want to go down. 46.90. I will get back into this stock. So that's a 50-cent stop. Oh wow, cancel that. That's 20-cent spreads, guys. No, I can't get into a stock with 20-cent spreads. Lift is still my only valid candidate at this point in time. It's having 30-cent spreads now. BHVN is a cancelled trade. I repeat, I'm cancelling BHVN because of the spreads. It's a really nice formation. Really nice formation, but the spreads are huge. 30-cent spreads. Okay, HPQ has had a large move down lowest, 20-cent spread range now. It's still looking good for a move up high a bit. 20 to 40 would be the entry point. 20 to 20 would be the stop loss. I'm not. This is not an entry point at this point. Guys, watch left. Oh, I've missed my entry point on left. Pull back. Okay, I need to pull back to 20s. Come on, lift. I've missed left. I'm waiting for a pullback back to the $20 mark. 50 to 20. Come on, don't pull back left. I didn't get a pullback in the left, guys. Theo was trading by himself. Guys, I'm waiting for a pullback in left. I am not seeing it. I cannot wait too much longer. This was looking like a beautiful trade. I have missed it. Goose still looking good under 30.50. No, I can't. It's too late to enter on lift now, guys. It hasn't gone back down too much anyway. This is a gone trade now, which is a shame. I am still liking Goose under 30.50. It would have to be definitely a 50-cent stop. Volume. It looks like it's triggered. Guys, I don't like what this stock is doing too much. It's had a big move up. Let's see what it does. QSR going up again without a real pullback. Lift, yeah, that is a cancelled trade, guys, on me. Did anyone get into lift? I have missed that trade because I was looking at something else. I would be, if anyone's in this trade, I will keep this on my screen. We can watch it together. If no one's in it, I will be taking this stock off my chart. You're in it. Okay, we'll watch it together then. So that was a 55-cent stop, target entry. So your target is at 52.75. Anything over 50 to 70 you can take, because that wasn't a full 55-cent stop. Anything over 50 to 70 you can take, IQ. And don't wait for the bid to hit your target, because the lift is opening the spreads all the time. As soon as you see your target on the level 2 or on the ask side, take your target. The spreads seem to be opening all the time. I do like Goose under that 30.50. Stop loss of 25 cents. Okay guys, I will be in under 30.50. I like this stock. Break of 30.50, I will be in. The reason why it's 30.50 and not 30.42 low of day is because if it breaks the 30.50, it should have no problem going down. And my stop loss will be at 30 cents actually. That seems to be like a better stop loss because of that support up here. So target is at 30.20. I do like this trade. It's got a nice reversal setup. Lift is looking really good, IQ. I'm glad you got into it. Other than GOOS, I can't see any other entry points at this point in time. I do like Goose. Let's hope it doesn't jump straight past my entry point. Left is looking really good now, over that 50 to 50 and then high of day. So stop in Goose is, remember, 30 cents, 50.80 stop loss, 30.80 stop loss, 30.50 entry point. Pins and WWE looking to close the gap. Lift, you need to see it. It did break over the highs, which is great. It's looking like a really nice strong stock, looking good to the upside. LLY, what's that stock doing now then? It's down only 2.7% still. MYOV, nothing there either. BHVN, oh shoot, missed another good trade on it. Spreads have closed down. I remember why I didn't enter, because they're huge spreads. Goose is cancelled, guys. Goose looks like it wants to go up the upper side now. Watch that LYFT IQ. That looks like it's nearing your target. You got out. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Well done. I'm absolutely gutted I missed that trade. Waited for a pullback, 50 to 54. Yeah, that's fair enough. Was your target 50 cents? Or was your target what I said? Okay, yeah, by all means, then well done. I would have had my parachute as well, because it's gone up to 50 to 70. Oh, that really sucks. Goose is cancelled now, guys. Goose is having those large spikes up to the upper side. It could stop us when we're in at any point. That 30.50 is looking like a really strong support. And lift is up to gone up to 50 to 75. That is a real big shame. I absolutely loved that trade. LLY, I am not seeing anything else at this point in time. So I had one good trade, one bad trade. My good trade had terrible fills. The level 2 jumped 20 cents as I clicked at target, which absolutely sucks again. Combine that with the missed lift trade and the horrible pins trade. I am having a losing day so far of 0.75 units. That's not down to my picks, no, that's down to the fills, which is just part of day trading. Pins, there's absolutely nothing to do there now. WWE looking to close the gap as well. It's not too far from there. QSR hasn't looked back. He looks good for another pop higher, but that would be a very dangerous trade at this point in time. Theo, if you're still with us, come back in the room. Have a chat with us. I don't think I'll be trading anything else. I can't see anything else at this point in time. Look at that, lift, reached my target of 50 to 75 and then pulled back down a bit. That looks good for a move up high again though. I really liked that trade, which is why I absolutely sucked that I couldn't get in. I stuck to my rules now. I didn't get a pullback, so I couldn't get in. Yeah, that was a textbook formation. Go up, come down, create a U-shaped reversal over nice resistance, nice support. That's what you want to look for when you pick your trades. HPQ looks a bit like my GE trade from a few days ago, some point last week. That looks a bit dangerous over 20 to 40. It looks good now. Volume's a bit on the low side. No, volume's okay. This is HPQ, remember. HPQ has an average volume of like 11 million, sorry. How long have I traded? PT day trader. I've been trading for 2.5 years now. I am still learning. I'm one of AJ's students. AJ has done a great job of mentoring me. This is a real test for me while he's away. He's back next week. And the lift breaking out higher. That was the one that got away. QSR looks good over $66. 25 cents stop. Volume is a bit on the lower side, but the spreads are really good. It's up 3.3%. Beautiful daily. I might give this stock a try, guys. I like that formation of a $66 with 25 cents stop. I'll be in QSR over $66. I need to see the break. I am in QSR. I hope that broke out. Looked like it. Yeah, 66.05. I think it broke out. It looked like it broke out on my level 2. My stop is at 25 cents. 65.25. That is a nice breakout formation. This stock is on earnings as well. So target is 66.25. TCO, Ravindra is saying. Let's see TCO. Oh, TCO. That's just that's the buyout stock, isn't it? Yeah, you definitely don't want to get stuck in that. Let's see what else we got. QSR is the only trade I'm in now. MAC. It's gone down too far for me to be looking at this stock now, but this breakout over 25 cents. My entry on QSR was over $66. It went up to 66.01 on the level 2. I don't know if it's actually broke it now. 66.005 is the high of that candle. So I don't know whether that was an actual breakout or whether that was just a fake breakout. My actual fill was 66.006. I was looking at the level 2 and it's had 6601 on the ask side, so that's why I clicked the button. Yeah, looks like it's gonna stop me out. 65.75 is my stop. If I do get stopped out of that trade, I won't be taking any more trades for today, and it's coming down. Watch it if you are in that trade. I'm liking LLY. It's not down enough now. It's down only 2.8%, so I cannot take this trade. My daily loss limit is 3 risk units. I trade in risk units. My 1 risk unit at this point in time, PT Trader, is $75. Again, I am still in the learning process. That's why I don't have huge risk units. Okay, anything under 65.75, I will be out. Just watching the level 2 on the QSR. I'm just trying to focus. Sorry, guys. Still at my stop, still haven't gone out. 65.75, a break of that, I will be out. WWE closed the gap and moved up higher. Goose moved up higher. Pins looking to close the gap as well. Okay, looks like I'm gonna get stopped out. I am out of QSR. Well, that's me done for the day, guys. Got quite bad feels on that as well. That absolutely sucks. I would have been done if I had that lift trade. So this is my PNL on my account manager, guys. I'm just gonna show that on YouTube now. That's the trades that I took. I am down. Oh, look at QSR now. That was a good thing we exited during our stop loss. That's my tickets for the day. Well done, Ravindra. Up 186. Nice. Had 1 profitable, 2 losing trades. Missed lift. That was a trade which I was absolutely loving. Had missed that. It hasn't given me a pullback back to my entry. Pins and QSR are my 2 losing trades. They've both had bad fills, and LLY had terrible fills up on my exit. That would have been a full risk unit otherwise as well. So I am down, well, basically 2 risk units. Let me just see. Yeah, I am down 2 risk units today, which sucks. Could have been a different day. Yeah, that's me done, guys. Can't see anything else at this point in time. Fios had 1 losing trade and he's decided to take the rest of the day off. Don't blame him. No, a very exciting day. BHVN, I liked that trade. I didn't end because of the spreads. Has done pretty well as well. Alright, so if anyone's got any questions about any one of my trades, about anything I've done during the pre-market, don't hesitate to ask. Now is the time to ask. I am done trading for the day. I am down 2 risk units. One of my risk units is $75. Sorry I couldn't help today, guys. I did stick to my strategy, so I can't complain. Had valid entry points. QSR was perhaps a bit extended to the upside. It did look good for another move higher now. Left was the one that I missed. Pinterest was a nasty trade. It was still a good setup on the half number. That's the point where I entered here. Pins was looking like a beautiful entry point actually. I got in and it then's gone straight to my stop loss, stopped me out. One of those trades. This was my entry point on 24.50 and this was the candle that stopped me out on the very next candle. 3 green trades. Oh wow. Which trades did you take today then? I obviously left. What was the other ones? Not much better than I have. LLY, that was again a nice setup. This is where I took LLY. Same sort of setup as pins. One worked out, one didn't. Had absolutely terrible fill up on my exit. I got filled 20 cents above the actual. I clicked the button at my target and then the price just jumped up, filled me up 20 cents higher. This here was my target, which I reached. This here was my entry point. Lift LLY, Roku, and left. Nice. Yes, I got the expert account indeed, yeah. So I started with $240,000 in that account. So this was my entry. And this was my target. Good trades. Just one of those days. And then the final trade I'm going to put up on one of my other charts was QSR. That's my 3 trades. Anyone else have any questions? Let's see. Imran traded Roku. Oh wow, that's a beautiful move on Roku. 4 million shares, yeah. 1 to 950 looks like it was a nice entry point. PT Trader, how have you done today? My strategy rules. I look for stocks which are up around over 3% ideally. They need to have an average volume of at least 350,000 shares in the first 5 minutes and at least 500,000 after the first 5 minutes. They need to have a reasonable spread. The spread depends on the price of the stock. The higher the price of the stock, the more a spread I will accept. They need to have a clear support and resistance point, like you've seen on QSR, LLY, and pins. The entry point was a nice support point on all 3 trades, or resistance on the QSR and as it was going up. And then the stop loss needs to be a nice support resistance point as well. And they need to be supported by, there needs to be a valid risk reward. So the chart has to look like it can easily give me 1-to-1. 1-to-1 is where I take my profit target. Those are my specifications for entry. So again, up or down, a gap up or down of 3%, volume of minimum of 350,000 shares in the 5 minutes, volume of minimum of 500,000 after the first 5 minutes, clear support resistance, which become my entry and stop loss, and ideally moving in the direction of the market charts. My strategy is reversals, so that's why you've seen pins was a gap down, it moved up, it created a nice support at 24.50, which was also a half number, which was my entry point, and it had a nice resistance, which was the high of day, and the high of this candle, that was my stop loss. That's why I entered pins. LLY again, LLY was a gap down, so I had a pullback to the upside, moved down lower again, had a pullback, created a nice reversal pattern under this level of 14170. 14170 was my entry, and let's had a nice resistance at this line here. That was the reversal trade, V-shaped reversal. This was a V/U-shaped reversal, and this was a U-shaped reversal on QSR. So my strategy is trading reversals with those specifications. Does that answer your question, T-Dog? That's why I loved Lift as well. Lift looked excellent. It had a nice pop up higher, created this small pullback, and it had this beautiful resistance, which was my entry point for the U-shaped reversal, and it had a nice clear support as my stop loss. So these are my support and my resistance levels, which became my entry points for this beautiful U-shaped reversal. Okay, PC Day Trader, so what happened to the other ones? Alright. T-Dog, did you hear my answer to your question? If not, I'll repeat it again. NJK Investment, nice day, well done. Four successful trades, 3 successful, 1 break even by the looks of it, nice. Tesla has been making a lot of people very rich recently by the looks of it. And pull too, yeah, that's a very fair comment actually, Imran. Yeah, 10 shares is plenty for a stock like that if you only trade small sizes. I'm going to do print screens of my trades at this point in time, guys, and post them on Discord. Hopefully we can have a better day tomorrow. Guys, if anyone's with us on Discord, let's all go over to the aftermarket chat on the left hand side of the where you see voice channels. You got a channel called General, and then you get a channel called Aftermarket Chat. If you guys want to click on that and go ahead, you have voice access. Everyone's got voice access. We can all have a chat together rather than me just being quiet while I do my aftermarket analysis. So I can post them on Discord. So guys, just go over to the aftermarket chat, and everyone's got voice access. We can all ask questions and talk with each other.
Hey Daniel.
Hey, Imran, how's you? Good trades today, well done.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad actually today. But too bad for you though, unfortunately. I mean, it's just one of those days. I think just picking the right kind of trades at the right time, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, trades were good. Just yeah, I'm gutted about missing that lift. That was obviously a beautiful trade. Yeah, just I was looking at another stock, can't remember which one. Just missed that trade completely. Never pulled
Yeah,
back. I
it's
like to
just the
get
way
in
it
on
is.
pullbacks, just never gave me the right pullback.
Yeah, it's just the way it is, really,
Yeah, yeah.
unfortunately.
So nothing
Yeah,
to blame myself for. Entries were good within my specifications. Hopefully, we can bounce back tomorrow.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully,
Horrible fills as well on LLY. That would have got me up
yeah,
nicely.
I got loads of slippages as well, actually.
Hmm.
Um,
I got
but
paused because I should have been down only 1 unit, but I am down 2 units due to fills. I had terrible fills on my two losing trades and absolutely horrible fills on my winning trade. So I am down 2 units when I should be down only 1 unit.
yeah, mm. Yeah. I'm still trading sim at the moment. I mean, until I start being a bit consistent, then I'll start kind of trading real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, on my winning trade, I only made half a risk unit pretty much.
Oh, right. Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Are
horrible.
you still streaming or?
Yeah, yeah, I'm still streaming.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Guys on YouTube, if you are still watching us, I'm going to give you one final chance to ask any questions, anything you may want to ask about the pre-market or live trading session. I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down otherwise. If anyone's got any questions, going to go at 5 minutes. Go ahead and ask now. Yes, I'm in the UK. Yeah, I love Portugal. I've been to the Algarve, driven all over the south coast, Portimao, Olao, Faro and all that, Albufeira. Went to Lisbon. Absolutely love Portugal. I love the climate. I would not mind living there one day. I am highly jealous of you, PT Day Trader. I am in the UK. Yeah, I am on the English Riviera myself. Absolutely wonderful country, Portugal. Guys on Discord, if you're still in the general chat, please pop over to the aftermarket chat, and everyone's got live voice access in that tab, so we can all have a chat live. It's the aftermarket chat in the voice channels on the left hand side.
Where is everyone?
Steven's not in. Theo traded by himself by the looks of it. He just had one losing
Oh,
trade in HPQ, and he
yeah.
said he's going back to sleep after that.
Yeah, yeah. I saw his message. Maybe he's not working today or something.
I don't know. Yeah, I think Fear was getting a bit too
That's,
influenced, same as you, by the trading with me.
yeah, I was a little bit careful today compared to Friday because I think I took like probably one or two trades which were a bit late. But I was kind of looking at the charts before I was taking the trades today, so
Hmm.
um, I didn't kind of I wasn't a bit kind of
Yeah, no, I didn't like the what
trigger
the
happy.
I didn't like what the pre-market session was looking at. I was careful, but still hasn't worked out. Yeah, PT Day Trader, I really want to go to Porto. It's on my list. It looks absolutely amazing on the pictures, that bridge and the whole river scene. Definitely on my list. Just need to find some time off and some money to do that. Hopefully, if day trading works out. I got plenty of earnings over the next 4 days in run, so we should be all okay. Should be have plenty more chances to make up. AJ is back next week as well. He's gonna save us all. Let me carry on with my analysis. Pins.
You know the trade net. The thing is, are you still there, Daniel?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, with the trade net, the thing I don't like about trade net is that they, instead of getting people to practice their accounts, they push people to kind of buy more accounts. Do you know what I mean? When it blows up. I
Well,
mean, someone. No, but I mean, like someone who's basically blown like three or four accounts. Like, I mean, another account is not going to work with, is it?
yeah, I see what you mean. Can't really comment on that. Yeah, it just depends on the person. I
Have
see
you
what.
have you had have you had many accounts in the past yourself then?
No, no, I'm still on my first account.
Oh, right, okay, that's good.
Still
Yeah,
soldiering through. Hopefully, won't
I
lose
I
it.
need I need to set up my hotkeys for the because I had a chat with Stephen about setting up the risk
Mm.
hotkeys. So I need to set them up for my particular loss, for my risk that I've kind of been through with AJ. So I need to set them up.
Yeah, that's what I got set up on my level 2. Is that what you mean? Or the actual hotkeys on your keyboard?
Yeah, on the keyboard, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely good. I like using the ones on level 2. I don't use the keyboard ones, but that's my personal preference.
How many have you got set up on the
Guys,
level
can you
two?
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hi.
I've only got 5 in run.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
so what do you have set up? What
I have the most common ones. I have 0.2 cents, 0.25, 0.3, 0.35, and zero point 0.4.
Oh, okay.
So it pulls up the share size for that stop loss, if that makes sense.
Right.
So if I click on the 20-cent stop button, it pulls up 375 shares. If I click on the 25-cent stop button, it pulls up
Yeah.
300 shares, and so on and so on.
Right. So what happens if you have, for example, like a stop loss, say 70 or 75 or something like that?
Yeah, those I will type in manually. I got a table in front of me on the desk, and I look
Oh,
at that
okay.
and I'll type that in because yeah, otherwise it'd be too many buttons.
Right. Okay.
My most common ones are the 20 to 40 cent ones. That's the ones I
Sure.
use most commonly.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
that's the ones I have set up on my level 2.
Okay. Well, as long as it's working out for you, that's what counts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
How's you NJK investment? Is that Mark? Is it?
Yeah, Mark. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. No, I'm good. Finally back strong. Last week I got smacked a bit in a
Mhm.
week where everybody was making money. I had the feeling I was losing money. So just came back, studied everything, every entry, every exit, checked where the mistakes were, and yeah, very, very happy to be back strong.
Nice. Good. Well done.
What were your entries on Tesla, Mark?
Oh wait, let me pull up the trade manager. The first one I took was at wait. The first one was right in the morning. I took it at 8:05. Wanted to take it a bit earlier, but got filled a bit late, and then I exited at 8:18. And then I took another couple. I traded it multiple times. Then the next one was at 9:45. I shorted it at we have here at 8:05.58, and then I bought back at about on this little pullback of 8:02.95, and then I shorted it twice more, but super fast. Like the next one was at 10:13, and yeah, just that big red candle pretty much, but I didn't get it all the way down. It went down to about 780. I started pulling back, so I bought back at 783, just like a super quick scalp.
All right, yeah. I hate trading Tesla. Honestly, it's like it's just up and down. It just moves up. Suddenly, just moves up, and then suddenly moves down again to you again. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Maybe I've gotten lucky on Tesla, but it's definitely been the stock that has like saved everything for me. And last week, the biggest mistakes I saw from my reviews was, for example, let's just take an example of the breakout was at 50, and I bought at 4.99, and then it reversed on me to the stop. So, like, I've come to like the point where maybe I should like just wait, maybe get a worse fill, a couple cents, and then like move up my target point maybe a bit, because I realized the most money last week I lost was because I entered before the breakout, and then the breakout didn't happen.
Right.
Guys,
yeah.
so let me just interrupt. For YouTube, I see no more questions coming in. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and close down the stream. Thank you for everyone for being with us. Sorry I couldn't help much today. Once again, you can see my free trades on this screen. QSR. Oh, sorry, left was the one I missed. I had two losing, one winning trade. I am down 2 units because of horrible fills on all three trades. Hopefully we can bounce back tomorrow. So thank you very much, guys, for being with us. Looking forward to seeing all of you tomorrow. Pre-market prep starting at 08:40 Eastern time tomorrow, and a live trading session after that. And then AJ is back trading with us. He's back trading from next week. Hopefully he'll set everyone straight again. Thank you all for being with us. I'm going to go ahead and close down the stream now, guys. Thank you all.